Welcome to ciLiving. I am hanging out with meteorologist Adam Sherwinski this afternoon. All right, Adam, let's get started.
So really, we haven't done a segment together, so this will be interesting because one of your predecessors I did do a cloud quiz with, and so I thought I'd give you a cloud quiz. So how proficient are you with clouds?
Clouds, that's a great question. I know a few. I remember learning about it in school.
Puffy and white and different colors don't count. We're not going to accept those as answers. Cumulus, that's a good one.
Alto stratus, is that?
Oh, she might do pretty well on this quiz.
I think that those are the only two, so hopefully all of the answers are those two.
And viewers at home will be able to kind of play along with us too and go, I think I remember that one, I think I remember that one, because I'm going to give all the answers. It's one of those quiz where you get all the answers and then you got to remember which one goes where. So mix and match. I'm not going to.
Okay, I was going to ask, is this multiple choice?
And there are a few kind of quizzes I'm going to ask about certain clouds that aren't going to be on the list just to throw some wrenches at you. But
all right.
You know, I like to have fun here. So
I love science, so let's do it.
All right, we ready? Let's get Max 2 pulled up and ready to rock and roll here.
All right.
But with this whole entire thing, it's, again, not going to be points. I'm not going to grade you too much, but I am hoping that, there we go. There's our thing. So here's our chart.
So here's all here are all of my choices.
All right, viewers at home, hopefully you get to look at this too. I mean, it's hard to see on this graphic, but this is from the National Weather Service office in Louisville, Kentucky. And so they have a cloud kind of a cloud identification page that they do so people can look at and kind of go, what kind of cloud is that? Because there's a bunch of different kinds of clouds here. So, all right, I'm gonna let you look over that for a little bit here, Jacqueline. And so you get kind of a bearing. So anyone they have any questions on, you know, like, oh, what's the difference between this and this? Let me know. But I think you kind of get the idea. Alto cumulus, you've got what you mentioned, cumulus clouds, little puffy ones. You've got the cumulonimbus, the thunderstorms. They go all the way up. Nimbostratus, so stratus clouds. Nimbo, meaning low. Stratocumulus, that's the thing. A lot of the names for thunder or for clouds really come from just their position and what kind of cloud they are. Cirrus way up top that come off of cumulonimbus clouds. Alto cumulus, cirrocumulus, stratus clouds. Okay, doing pretty good. You want to look over a little bit more?
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
So I see rain on here.
Yes.
And I remember I had a Tell Me Why book when I was a kid, and it said that thunder is clouds banging against each other.
So it's more, it's way more technical than that. That's way more technical than that. I'm not going to get into the lightning questions for it today, but I will say a lot of it has to do with ice formation within the thunderstorms themselves. It's one of the theories. There's a whole bunch of others. I'm not going to whip out a whole textbook and go, okay, so what happens is...
Right, but it's not as simple as these puffy little clouds banging.
No.
Okay.
No. But, okay, you familiarize yourself a little bit more, viewers at home.
What is this one called again?
Cirrus.
Cirrus, okay, cirrus.
Why so cirrus? Get it?
Why so cirrus? I like it. That's a good way to remember.
And cirrocumulus, so that kind of throws you off because you have cumulus clouds, but they're also, you see, the naming convention can get you. But cirrus usually means pretty high up, alto in the middle, nimbo kind of close to the clouds.
All right, great. Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right, let's get to the first one, and I will tell you right now, it's definitely not on this list, but hopefully you can get it. That's understand it here. There we go. What's that?
This?
It's not on the list.
Is it fog?
A+ answer.
Yes!
That's fog, yeah. And what is fog? Everyone goes, what's fog? What's fog? Well, it's just clouds on the ground, really, at the surface level. So keep that in mind, okay? Next one you're not going to get. What?
I have a question. Is that the same thing as marine layer? Because in California, it's very foggy in the morning and then it disappears.
It's the marine layer is why you have fog.
Interesting. So it comes from the water first and then.
See,
I like it.
She knows her clouds way better than I thought she would here. I was assuming California, and she was like, it's nice all the time. But no, they do get some pretty wicked weather out there sometimes.
We get strange weather.
All right.
Warm. But
here is your next one. You're probably not going to get this, but I will tell you this one wasn't on the chart either, but it isn't associated with a cloud that was on the chart.
Okay, I didn't fully memorize the chart.
That's all right. That's all right.
Are they cumulus?
No, it's mammatus clouds that are from cumulonimbus clouds, thunderstorms. So you can find these kind of on the under edges of thunderstorms here. Really cool to see. Some of our severe storms will have this sometimes. It kind of looks like, people say it looks like udders, like cow udders, and it kind of has that kind of poofy little like drops or like a stalagmite or stalactite kind of look to them too. A little bit more. So, all right, let's go kind of review.
Say the name of them one more time.
Mammatus.
Mammatus. Okay,
so wouldn't find those in California.
Mammatus looks like udders. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Not seeing, okay, we got nothing right here, right? Okay, but we're going to, you ready for the final test? The final quiz?
Final quiz.
I forgot I had a blank slide here for a second. There we go. There it is.
Oh.
All right, now you got to guess what's what. Cirrus, all right.
Cirrocumulus.
Cirrocumulus.
Stratus.
Okay, we'll give you that one. Look, we're not going to answer them all. We're going to give them all one big reveal.
Okay.
So which ones are which? Stratocumulus?
Stratocumulus, stratus. Wait.
Yeah, it's hard.
Okay. And then, let's see. This one was alto something, right? Because it goes up?
I'm not going to answer for you, but...
Nimulus?
Close.
Okay. This is really
hard. I promise you, this is not what it takes to be a meteorologist, but having this knowledge is really nice. All right, you ready?
Show us.
You did pretty good, actually. I didn't expect you to get as many as you did. Let me see if it plays. There you go. Altocumulus, stratocumulus, stratus. There you go, the strato. Nimbostratus. Cumulonimbus clouds go all the way up, so it's got all of the words except for cirrus. Cirrus, way high up. Cirrus cumulus. Again, the naming convention is kind of what helps a little bit here. Also helps when you look at clouds all the time. But I will say this: you did pretty well for somebody who, who said, "Oh, I'm not really that big into science," and you are.
Well, I'm into science, and I like to be into meteorology. I just need to learn more.
Right,
so
right. You're not.
We'll keep on doing this.
Yes, for someone who's not a meteorologist, I think you did a great job.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully you did well at home as well. If not, you can always replay and quiz yourself again.
Well, thank you very much for being here, and now you know all about clouds. If you want to ask the meteorologist, then you can email Adam at asherwinski@wcia.com.